Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, thanks to the content creator program, we're going to be having our very first hands-on look at the brand new Mystic champion, America Chavez. And this character is kind of like if you slightly unsuccessfully put the Wasp and also Void together, because she has the ability to like chain on heavy attacks from any hit on the combo as long as it's not the final one, and she also has an ability that basically inverts power gain once you get over 2 stacks of it as well. And then on top of that as well, she reduces the opponent's Fury, Armor Up, Precision, and Cruelty potency if you go into Utopian Parallel, and we'll talk about these various stances and how they work by 70%, but I feel like in a lot of matches, it's just better to have like a Fate Seal or Nullify or Stagger effect, and she also reflects 40% of hit damage taken as energy damage, but this is capped at just under 5,000 on a 6-star rank too. And then also on top of that, the more buffs the opponent has or the more parallel dimensions you have active, the more attack you get and the more energy resistance you get. But aside from that, she's actually like quite a simple champion. There's a little bit of power gain on the special 1 and various effects on the special 2 depending on what passive effects you do have active, and your special 3 activates one of each of the passive effects there. So yeah, we're going to jump into this fight with Hyperion and show you how this character works and some cool stuff that she can do, which is really not too much in all fairness, man. But I do like her playstyle in theory. Like, I like the Wasp playstyle. It's quite nice to be able to like throw off heavy attacks on demand as well and like chain those on. I just feel like she's missing a little bit of sauce. But here we get 2 of the negative zone stacks. So now we can like fully reverse Hyperion's power gain. And then we interrupt the special, the heavy attack after the first and second hit there. So we activate all of our dimensions. And then we can go for, I probably actually should have gone for a heavy attack there and then into the special attack. But yeah, she's like a little bit of a tricky character to play. And doesn't really have like that much payoff for what like she brings to the table. But here, if we go for this and then fire off the special 2, it's like fully unblockable here. And then we can almost take Hyperion down. But again, bear in mind in this matchup we do have the class advantage. And I think we can probably chain on here as well, which is quite fun. And again, because he doesn't have any what is it? Doesn't have any power gain because we're reversing it. Just couldn't do anything there. So that was that's quite satisfying toward the end of the Hyperion matchup. But again, that's like the perfect matchup for America Chavez there. So that one worked out really, really nicely. But let's move on to the Carnage matchup. Again, I thought we'd like start out in a scenario where we got 3 matchups that are all pretty much in her favor here. So let's go for a 4 combo straight into a heavy attack. Knock this man down. Need to be very careful here that we don't get too dunked on with the node in play. So this is the node where we can only deal damage when the yellow shield is down. Right, does this man want to throw a special 1? So we're going to do this after the first hit. Oh, okay, that was a little bit of a mistake there. 1, 2. Let's go for the special 2 here. So we've got all of our passive effects active here, and it's very easy to have uptime on all of them. And multiple stacks of like whichever one you might want to focus on. And again, the more passives and the more buffs the opponent has, the more attacks she can get, but only up to a maximum of 9. If this could go up to like 20 man, it'd actually make her really, really nice in like certain buff matches. If it could go like up infinitely, she'd be absolutely broken in certain buff matches. But let's fire off the special 2 there. Again, she's not doing too bad in some of these matches, man. And like, I feel she is quite a satisfying character to play, just because I like her playstyle of just being able to like throw heavy attacks. But I just feel like at the core of this character, she's maybe a little bit lacking for the current state of the game, and that's kind of my concern when it comes to her. But she's certainly not doing too bad so far. And again, Mordo has power gains, so we can heavily reduce this by 60% and also invert it as well. And also just perfect opportunity while he's holding that block just to get our heavy attacks in. And we interrupt the second hit of the heavy there. Go straight for the special 2. And then if we go for this, we should get a pretty big reversal. But Mordo can, as I forgot there for a brief moment, block unblockable attacks. So we did get a little bit wrecked there for a sec. But we're doing alright, man. Okay, need to be a little bit careful on this one. Alright, is this man going for it? Fantastic. So we'll go for one of these, chuck off the special 2, get some big damage there. Nice little knockdown. And dodge that. 1, 2, and then we're going to interrupt with a special 1 there. So it's all about, like, interrupting, you know, either the first, second, or just, like, letting the heavy attack ride, depending on which passive effect you'd like to get on her. So, you know, it takes a little bit of getting used to in terms of playing this character, man. But, like, I feel like our loop is quite satisfying, that if she just had a little bit more damage, a little bit more utility, this character could be something, that's really, really special, but unfortunately in her current state, man, I feel like she's going to find herself on the bench a bit more often than not. So we're going to jump into this quest next, and we got the resistor path here, so we can test around a few matchups where we have like some big beefy attack from the get-go. So yeah, that should be a bit of an interesting one. Also, we don't actually have a way to counter and nullify there, which is a little bit annoying. Again, I kind of wish she had a way to nullify buffs or stagger or fate seal, because again, that is an often very much needed thing when it does come to Mystic champions. So I just had the parry bug there. Unfortunately, that one's still present. Let's interrupt the second hit there. We're going to go for the special 1, get the power gain. Again, you see the special 1's actually a really quick way to gain power once you get used to rotation. So it kind of does make up for the Mystic Dispersion lack of a little bit. Right, let's interrupt with that. Okay, nice. But you can see in a matchup like this for a 6-star rank 2, Sig 200, it's not the most impressive performance out there. But she's got quite a nice cycle, man. Right, first hit, straight into special 2. Again, when we remove the the class advantage, it's feeling a tad more painful here now. Just wanted to make sure I didn't leave myself a bit too vulnerable on the end of that one. And again, she doesn't have any way to control power or invert power when there's no, like, additional power gain buff in play. So she's not like a standard power control champion like, for example, Magic. So, or Doctor Doom as well. That's another potentially great comparison there. So yeah, I feel like her power control is, you know, it's very nice in the right matchup, but it's not really across the board, and it's not going to work everywhere. So she does feel a little bit niche in that regard. Let's check out this match, man. See how she does here. 1, 2. We're going to interrupt with the special 1. And then we're going to go for 1 hit here. Get a cheeky power gain. Okay, nice. You smash the parry. That's perfect. Let's go straight in for the... Oh no! Did I miscalculate? I totally miscalculated there. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm probably a million times wrecked here, boys. Yeah, I had a a bit of miscalculation on that one, and I got absolutely clapped. We got a little bit destroyed there. So yeah, I was dead off the stun anyway. Not too much is going to happen, but 36 hits there. We got them down by just over 50%. Again, there are certain like Mystic champions in the last couple of years that we've just taken onto this path, and it's been chaos. It's been crazy. Like when we first had a run-in with Longshot on this path, man, it was mad. Because you throw, like, one special 2, and just, like, everybody melts. I love Longshot, man. He's such a good character. But for a brand new champion, you know, 6.5 years into the game, this isn't really what I want to be feeling on the first day of playing this character. Okay, so 1, 2. I'm going to interrupt with this. Again, when she crits, man, there's some pretty tiny damage against the resistor buff. Nice. And there we go, straight in the bin. Again, she's got some nice crits, but there's also, like, not really, like, anything else to her damage to subsidize it. You know, other characters, they'll have, like, some big yellow numbers, but maybe something like ramping up or bleeds or poison or some sort of damage over time or, like, additional damage effect, kind of boosting up those numbers even further. And with America Chavez, you've really just got the base of the character. So we'll try this Drax matchup, and then I think we'll get into a cheeky little bit of Realm of Legends. Right, 1, 2. Slap that down. Give him the old kick, mate. Go in. 1 hit. Again, I do quite like her rotation, man. I think rotational-wise, she's an enjoyable champion to play. But I just wish she, like, did more and had more utility. But I like the gameplay design here. But it's just, you know, she doesn't have the sauce, man. At least from anything that I've tested out so far. Seems to be another one of these characters, and we've seen this a fair bit this year, that just feels like, you know, they've just come out, but they're already, like, immediately irrelevant. In comparison to other options that came out, like, 1 to 4 years ago. And that's never a good feeling when you're playing a brand new champion. You want that, like, wow factor, or that factor of, like, oh, this champion's, like, exceptionally cool, or does, like, this thing the best. I think being able to, like, chain on heavies is definitely, like, a really valuable piece of utility. Actually, here, I'll just use the opportunity to showcase the Special 3, which is, it's a really cool Special 3, but the Special 3, I don't think it's really, like, that important for the rotation at all, because you can get, you know, all of the passive effects of just charging up heavy attacks and interrupting them with the Special 1. So yeah, it's just very, very easy to build her up, even without the Special 3. That it's just, like, very unnecessary and doesn't have much of an exciting function in a rotation. It's more like, you know, use this if you don't understand that you can't, like, cancel out your heavy attacks with special attacks. So yeah, I think the Special 3, at least to me, feels like a bit of a missed opportunity when it does come to this character. And then we got Winter Soldier, so everybody's favorite punching bag. This will give you a little bit of an idea of how she potentially does without Suicide Masteries in some of these longer matchups there. In terms of the hit count. Right, we'll give him the 1-2. We'll interrupt that with a Special 1. Playing hopefully a little bit better now. 1 hit, straight into Special 1. Cool, we're now going to go for the Special 2. Doesn't really matter too much, because we're not really using any of the utility like when we interrupt. So to be fair, might as well interrupt it as soon as possible. And then we can get back into knocking him down, right as we lose that one. And then if we get a new Special 1 buff, I think if we race toward the Special 2 here. Nice, get a refresh on those. You can see in a matchup like this where we don't have class advantage, it's really starting to show the cracks in this character's design, man. Because I was feeling after those first, like, couple of matches, like, oh, maybe I've been a bit too harsh on this character. Alright, let's go for this. Clench the power gain. And then this is going to be unblockable. But the Special 2, it just doesn't have that kind of payoff that you want from the Special 2. Because I think that's, like, how they've tried to design her rotation. It just doesn't really have, like, that wow factor of, oh my gosh, dude, we're blasting here. So it's a bit underwhelming. And again, I think this is actually going to be worse than, like, Ebony Maw levels of damage output. Because again, in, like, a lot of the earlier matchups as well, we did have Mystic Dispersion kind of helping carry us a little bit. But again, one of the cool things is there's, like, a good opportunity with this character to, like, chain on heavies in the corner. So that can be quite satisfying sometimes. And if we go for this, and fire this off. Whenever we use the special to off of a heavy attack, we also get like additional buffs on top of that. Yeah, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do there, actually. Probably should have gone for a special 2 buff. But I think here we fully send it out. And then we'll tap it on the 3rd hit. Chuck that out there. But yeah, that is it's not a great time, man. Again, I think there are a couple of opportunities in this fight where I could have played it a little bit better. Got the rotation a bit more smooth for 100% uptime on all 3 of the modes. But also, I don't feel like it would have made all of the difference, really. And this might be enough here. 170 hits. Oh, it's a bit painful, isn't it, man? So yeah, for a brand new 6-star rank 2, that is it's just not the kind of performance you really want to see, especially for a character that I personally feel is like so light on utility in comparison to so many other Mystic champions, and just characters in general, man. Like, a lot of the solid God tier, beyond God tier, you know, are packed with utility. They got so much going on, and it just kind of escapes me as to why a character that seemingly doesn't really do too much has just not been given, you know, decent damage. She's just been a bit robbed on several fronts, in my opinion. And it's just like, you know, creating characters like this that fall immediately under the benchmark, it's just more work for them at the end of the day, you know? It's just another champion to, like, chuck on the list for a buff. Right, magical chain on there. Here we do have the class advantage, man. So this could potentially be a little bit more spicy. We'll see what happens. Okay, 1, 2, and then we're going to interrupt it. Let's go first here, get that power gain, fuel ourselves up, and then let's go 1, 2, 3. Again, I think one thing like she's very reliant on as well is just crit RNG. Like, that's going to be a huge difference in every single fight. And if you got high crit resistance, dude, this character, and a lot of the new characters do as well, like, you know, Doctor Doom, and most characters that are, like, designed as defenders have stupidly high crit resistance. And if you can't crit on this champion, dude, like, the damage is going to be really, really bad. Because that's where, like, all the damage is coming from, really. It's just, like, those critical hits. So yeah, I just don't know, man. I don't know. I thought Hercules this month, like, he's genuinely amazing. He is so, so good. But not too sure about this one, eh? I really like her playstyle, though. I think her playstyle is really, really enjoyable. Because I think it's very fun to play around with the Wasp. And she's like a different mystical version. I like the power gain. I like kind of rotating between the SP1s and SP2s. But I think the problem is, like, the specials don't really hit hard enough. And again, she doesn't have, like, this additional source of juicy damage outside of critical hits. Like, there's a little bit of bonus burst damage on the special too, but it is, like, it's very, very small for the most part. So yeah, overall, I wish I could like this character more, but I just immediately see, like, a lot of flaws in terms of her viability in so much content, and also in comparison to, you know, 50 to 100 other champions. She just feels like already immediately inferior. So yeah, I wish she was a little bit better, but I'm just struggling to find a bit of a silver lining on this one. I've got to be honest, lads. I think some people are going to have fun playing around with her, but in terms of, like, a well-designed, well-balanced champion that's a good addition to the game, I just don't quite believe that she's that personally. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and if you did enjoy today's gameplay video, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.